I'm Leah Leone. I'm Claire's matron of honor.
Oh, and I am Abby Torrance, Claire's maid of honor. Thanks, guys. Oh. Can you hear us now?
Okay. I'm Leah Leone, Claire's matron of honor.
And I am Abby Torrance, Claire's maid of honor. So I have known Claire for a very long time. And as I was reflecting on my relationship with Claire and Claire's relationship with Casey, one image that kept popping into my mind is a mountain range. Now, stick with me through this. Casey, I know you're not a big fan of hiking, but maybe this analogy will help change that. But mountains have a lot of peaks and valleys. All are equally beautiful in their own way. And when you're hiking, all aspects of the journey present challenges, both big and small, to tackle with your partners in life. So your friends, your family, your significant others. And these create memories. As the great Miley Cyrus once said, it's all about the climb. Both Claire and Casey are such kind, caring partners to each other and to those around them, and they're always ready to take on the next peak or valley with their people. I have known Claire since we were in diapers, technically, but I think we both agree we didn't become friends until the summer before middle school. So, if my calculations are correct, that means we've been friends for over 18 years, or over half of our lives. And I feel so lucky to have such a good friend who has known me and been by my side for most of my life. During those summers in middle school, we used to spend hours at the pool playing games, and we quickly became a team. We were both eager to pass the time at, and frankly get out of, our early morning swim practices. It was very cold, and we would make any excuse to get out of it. We would team up to count the tiles on the bottom of the pool. We would make excuses to go hide in the locker room and swing from the changing room doors. Anything. So as long as I've known her, Claire has been the thoughtful, outgoing, and bubbly person that she is today. And as I look back on all the memories we've created, I'm reminded of countless sleepovers, late night talks, and all of the unstoppable laughter, all of which shaped our friendship. We journeyed through so many peaks and valleys together, and I know we have so many more to come. We used to spend hours doing backyard photo shoots. We would walk to each other's lockers every single day in middle school. We would meet in the lobby, walk to Claire's locker, walk to my locker, and then walk each other to our homeroom classes just to get time together. And we watched She's the Man more times than we can count. And we still have almost every line memorized, so I apologize to anyone who's tried to watch that with us recently, because we still recite it all. In high school, we went to our first homecoming together. We traveled to Spain. We went to so many summer camps, everything from field hockey camp to leadership camp to camp. And we made so many good memories with all of our township friends. Thanks, guys. We stuck with each other through college despite going to school in different states, and we eventually moved into our first post-grad apartment together, and our second. And as of today, we have lived together longer than either of us have lived with our partners. A fun fact for you all. Sorry, Casey and AJ. Let's see, I'm sorry. Although we have both since moved in with our boyfriends, or I guess now fiancés and husbands, we still live in the same building, just 4 floors apart, so we really can't stay far away. So, as I've learned in our years of friendship, one quality I really admire in Claire is her genuine interest in understanding people and her dedication to being there in the way her people need. She's always there for the small things, but is also always the first to jump in and plan a birthday or a celebration with the most thoughtful details. I have so many examples of this, so I won't go into it. But Casey shares the same quality. He matches Claire's kindness and thoughtfulness, and that is just one small piece of what makes them so perfect and so powerful together. I remember the first time Claire told me about Casey, and she actually talked about this in her vows. She told me, this was long before I'd even met him, frankly before I think they were even dating. She told me about the first Valentine's Day they spent together, and Casey had baked multiple desserts for her. I was frankly just very impressed. I mean, what college-age boy thinks to do that for anyone? It was so kind. So, yeah, I was very impressed. He was also so incredibly thoughtful in planning their engagement last year. He worked with Leah and me on all of the fine details behind the scenes, and he was so incredibly intentional and thoughtful in every single detail, every single person he brought in to help with that. So from the moment I met him, Casey and I quickly became friends too, and he joined our team. So Casey and Claire, we have been through so many peaks and valleys together, happy, sad, and everything in between. And now seeing you both here, so radiant, full of joy, marrying your person, I could not be happier for you.
So I have been Claire's close friend since college at F&M. Over the last decade, I've realized that Claire has a lot of admirable qualities, but some that I love the most are her drive, her passion, and her commitment. To foster those qualities, Claire has always had a loving family. I'm sure many here know that there's no one as supportive as Craig and Robin and Bennett, and, right? And she's had great friends throughout her life to support her. But Claire's drive, passion, and commitment are so strong that they can really only come from Claire herself. That said, I can think of a few instances where Claire was so determined that she almost missed the opportunity to take a different path. Fortunately for Claire, life has always stepped in to force her back on track, and it's a pretty strong force to combat Claire. I have experienced this firsthand. After a misunderstanding her freshman year, Claire decided that I must hate her, and she was determined to avoid me at all costs. Fortunately, life forced us back together in the form of the F&M housing lottery. And we quickly went from reluctant roommates to the closest of friends. When Claire began her senior year, she was similarly determined. She was going to make the most of her year. She was going to spend time with her friends. She was going to go to senior night at the bars. And she was not going to have a boyfriend. Enter Casey. It was immediately apparent that not only was Casey funny, supportive, kind, and an all-around great guy, but that together, they just worked. Claire saw that, but again, she wasn't going to have a boyfriend. So she embarked on an internal battle. She couldn't date Casey, but she could spend a lot of time with him. Claire couldn't date Casey, but she could go to date parties with Casey. And Claire couldn't date Casey, but she could have him make her dinner with multiple desserts on Valentine's Day, which to most of us sounds a lot like dating. Fortunately, Casey recognized that Claire's focus and determination, which were on the one hand preventing her from officially dating him at the very beginning, were also among her best qualities. He was patient and supportive of Claire's goals, even when doing so went against his own interest in dating her. And of course, in the grand scheme of things, it really didn't take very long for them to make it officially official. All relationships require give and take. And now, years later, it's clear that those early days and that experience laid the foundation for a truly equitable relationship. Claire and Casey are each remarkable in their own ways. And as a couple, each sees the other's true self and believes in them. Each encourages the other to step forward when it's time for them to shine. They're each other's greatest champions. And each can call on the other for extra support, knowing that their needs will be met, no questions asked. This give and take, just like their love, is unconditional. They are true partners in life.
So, with that, let's raise our glasses to the beautiful journey that you've had and to the incredible journey that awaits you. We're done.